to get started now.
Good morning, sir. My name is Suraj Singh. I born and brought up in Agra in a farmer's family, and I did my schooling from Agra only. And after completing my 10th standard, I moved to Navi Mumbai, Vashi. There I completed my higher secondary education from Ranveer Bhar Patel College in Science. After completing 12th higher education.
Just a minute, Suraj. कहीं से तुम्हारी you can continue. You should not start from the start. You can continue from where
Okay.
you start.
Okay. So after completing my higher secondary education, I appeared for the engineering entrance exams like AAA and JEE, and uh, in first time I couldn't able to make it, so I prepared for the exams again, and uh, this time I was able to make it, and I got admission in the Vishweshwar National Institute of Technology, where I completed my graduation in BTech in metallurgical and material engineering, and there I participated in various institutional activities like in organizing event. I was part of alumni annual fest, which is called consortium in a logistic department. And after completing my graduation there, and then I joined a organization named Permanent Magnet Limited as a metallurgical engineer, and later I got the opportunity to work as a quality engineer and also as a MR. There I worked in a team and learn new skills, and come to know about the various quality management standards. And after almost completing 2 years of my work there, I joined another firm which is called MNS Solar and Power. There I worked as a quality and business development engineer. And yeah, and my in free time I used to write a poem and sometimes short
So
story.
your first job was in some manufacturing company, and second job was for solar
Yeah.
distribution or solar energy based company. So what kind of change? मतलब, where were you thinking to go, or what was your career objective at that time while you opted for second company?
And to be honest, sir, I was not so much concerned about like my future goal. I was in flow with the opportunity I was getting. So after working MNS Solar, there I realized I have to go for higher education like management studies, because I felt I felt that time my career is stagnant and I'm not satisfied with the kind of the job I was doing there. So then I started preparing for exams, management exams. So at that time, this was my one of my foremost priority. And while going through the programs in the management studies at TIS, I come to know about ODCL. So I was introduced to this course. Then I
So the question is like you were working in quality discipline, or somehow you were also checking or maintaining the operations of the company. So while opting for MBA, you could have gone for operations management or some other aspect of management. Why HR or OD based roles?
yeah, sir. In from my previous experiences, work experience, I realized and I felt that I have a good connect with the people, and I can manage a uh, team, and can motivate them and can develop the capabilities to so that they can handle things by their own.
So the thing is, the same job you have to do, and you had to do when you would have gone for operations management. There you had to lead a team.
Yeah.
So what is the difference
Yeah.
there and here in HR?
Apart from what I said, I also believe in democratic value and humanistic value that I can promote, or that can I can inculcate in an organization when I work as a HR or OD professional, uh, because that is very important for an organization, because nowadays every organization at a national level or global level is working towards the diversity and inclusivity in their at their workplace. So I think if I, as a HR or OD professional, I will be able to promote these values. So that's why I want to pursue HR or OD. Uh,
So what was your first choice in test?
so, since HR is a flagship course, HRM is a flagship course, so I put it in as a first preference.
So
And
where have you read that HR is the flagship course of it?
uh, I come to know about it because initially I was not aware of this also, because I was
No,
uh,
my point is who have
yes, yes,
told
yes, yes,
you?
yes, yes. So then I discussed with my friends who studied at TASE, who's in HRM course also, only, and with by searching on the internet, then there I come to know HRM is a flagship course. That's why I put it in first preference. But while preparing for OPI, I come to know I have a more more inclined towards ODCL course, as I research about it more and more, and I was interested in this course.
So what did you find in your research so that so you moved your choice or moved your profession?
First of all, by first of all, this course will give me the opportunity to develop myself also, and improve and uh, and make me able to work in an organization to improve their uh, their effectiveness and efficiency, because since india since India is a growing economy, and we have seen the trend of startups, and which are emerging as a unicorn. So we as a nation and as a country, we have a dire need of OD, because every organization is, while growing, need a change in the structure, change in their work culture. Their change can be a, so these change can be an internal factor or external factor. So then I realized I while while doing this course, I have a great opportunity to uh, to be part of this change.
Okay, so can you tell me what if we don't change?
Sorry.
What will happen if organization will not change?
Uh, First of all, I will try to give analytical data. If if they implement the change, what can give them as a return, and if they and secondly, I will try to convince the organization or top management, if you are not able to fully implement the proposed changes, then you can also implement the partial, and check partial proposed changes, and can check the improvements and the return of the investment in while implementing this change.
No, I was asking you, what if organization doesn't respond to the change that is happening around? So what will happen?
Then I will try to find the reason behind why they are very resistant or reluctant towards the
No,
change.
it's not about what you will be doing. It's not about your OD practice. I'm just asking if organizations of India are not changing the way you told me that there is a need of change. If they are not changing, what will happen to them?
Sir, and what I feel, what I believe, as we are going, as we are participating in the global market, the need of the change is very necessary and inevitable. So sooner or later, organization will face this change, and they have to adapt themselves so that they can grow, they can compete the competitive market of uh, global market. So there will be a need of the change.
So the again question remains: what if they will not change?
Sorry, sir. I'm not
Okay, okay, okay. So no issue. So the next question I have about your previous work experience.
yes.
When you were in your first company and working for quality assurance, so what was the major challenge that you faced in your role?
What was the major challenges? Yeah. Since first of all, I have to understand the basic quality tools, so that I can use them in my work, because it was very new to me. And second thing, uh, I, I've worked in a team also, but not as not in as in a company. So while working in a team, the first challenge for me was to make my team comfortable. For that, I have to understand their vernacular language like Marathi, so that they can feel comfortable and the ease of doing work will be better. So, and another challenge as a working as a team was making them as in sync, so that we can achieve the targeted goals, like reducing rejection, because rejection was not a one man thing. It required to inspect the whole process from incoming to final product. So I required their participation and their help. So these were my challenges while working as a quality engineer.
And what are the challenges of your company? It's not about your role now. So what are the challenges of your company when you were when you were in your second company?
Oh, so first of all, it was a new firm. So they are trying to establish themselves and trying to make their name in the market. So for that, they have to code the projects in a minimal price. So, that also affect their profitability, but still they want to establish themselves. They have to make these kind of they have to take these kind of steps. Second thing was the lack of the human resources, because since it was a small firm, they cannot the owner the organization cannot afford uh, uh, the cannot afford the human resource recruitment. And third was since it's a new kind of sector, not completely, but in terms of, you have to make other aware of solar energy. What is the benefits of the solar energy? How a organization or a company can take a benefit from it, at the same time to the domestic purpose also. For that, we have to make them aware. So these were the challenges while working as a
So,
engineer.
so, so while making someone while convincing someone for the solar energy and shifting to solar energy, So, in order to do that, or just tell me about this thing, that in how much time we can recover the cost of implementing solar energy system, and
Mhm.
and how we can get profit with the solar energy.
Mhm. So, so, sir, there are two type of approaches. First, if you while installing the solar equipment or the panels, you can consume the whole produced electricity. That will also give you benefit, since you are not taking electricity from the government or any private firm. And second is, you can consume it partially, and you can sell the excess amount of electricity to the government or any electricity firm or company. So basically, it depends on the installation capacity, how much, what is the capacity, and second,
So take any example and tell me the mathematical calculation
I
involved.
think to from 5 to 7 years, you will be able to recover the installation cost, and after that, that is your benefits.
So we'll have to wait for 5 to 7 years to recover that cost.
But you can also recover the cost of installation. Like I said, you can sell the excess amount of electricity which is produced by the solar panels of your solar device to the electricity board or any private firm. That is also the way of generating revenue, while you are also consuming, and you are also selling the.
So suppose I have a setup, Anna, which works in the day timing only,
Hmm.
and there are around six to seven AC which is running, along with the other electricity requirement like printer, computers, fridge, and television. So with this kind of setup, how big setup, or how what is the capacity of solar panel that I will have to use to suffice that need?
Okay. Sir, sorry for that. I'm not aware of the, checking the feasibility, checking the, requirement of the number of solar panels required for, as per your, as per your requirement, as per your need. So that is the part of the project development team. I was not part of it, so I am not aware of it, actually.
So what you were doing there?
I
In
was basically as a part of quality team, so checking the quality of the panels and making it report and generating the report, and also done client management engagement.
Okay, the last question for you will be, Suraj, you have studied both the course content. So just compare HR with OD.
So, sir, since OD is not very different from the HR, as I believe. Uh, so it is a part of HR also. But since HR is focused on the on very specific area, but OD is about the whole organization.
Okay, so
And
just compare with respect to the content that we are providing at this.
sorry, sir, I didn't get that much, like, in what sense?
Compare the two courses with its.
Which one is better?
No, don't tell which one is better. Just compare the courses with respect to the course content that Tata Institute of Social Science is providing.
Since HR is the is a very old course at this, so they have their alumni base, and they have a uh, 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 experience in teaching, and over the time, this
Okay.
has been.
Thank you very much. So let's go for the feedback part. ठीक है. I'll stop the recording here.